Grip Los Angeles. Not everyone in the Latino community in LA agrees with what's going on. Joining me now is Jesse Holguin with Latinos Exiting the Democrat Party. Jesse, good to see you, my friend. Thanks so much for being here. I'm just going to ask you, up front, what's your reaction to the protests, the riots in LA?
I'm embarrassed as a Mexican, Chicano American. I'm embarrassed, and I live just down the street from where all of this is going on, and it's embarrassing to the Latino community. This isn't us. This is not what we represent. I'm just sad to see our people being manipulated by the left, and these Democrats and these leftist organizations are behind it. They're fueling it. They're manipulating people, which is very sad.
What have you seen with your own eyes? We see the images. Do you feel like, as a Latino, do you feel like your voice is often misrepresented or ignored in the mainstream media? What are you seeing versus what, is being reported?
Yeah, they don't ever want to hear from the conservative side like that. And then, like you said, they're just fueling it. They're making it think like they're not getting these guys because they're Mexican. They're getting them because they're illegal. But they're trying to make it like if it's a vendetta, it's a thing out. They're just out against Latinos, against Mexicans. That's what. So that's why there's a lot of young kids out there. What makes it worse is because it's summertime, summer vacation. So a lot of these teens are out. There's a lot of teens, and then Antifa's out there, and all these leftist Marxist groups. They've been wanting this for a while now. These leftist Marxist groups. They've been trying to infiltrate the Latino community for a while now. The ones that are saying this is our stolen land and all that gibberish, indigenous and all like that. It's them. They're the ones. So they're jumping, seizing this moment. They're being opportunists, and they're opportunists right now. And because they're getting these videos, because this has been happening since Obama. When Obama was president, he was doing the same thing. Even before Obama, the Democrats were against illegal immigration. So the only difference now is that now we got the internet. Now we got all these people. They're showing these videos. They're like, oh, they're saying heartbreaking, and oh, that they're separating family. Oh, they're just trying to get them out. But they knew they were breaking the law when they came illegally. Like every person, when they were coming, breaking the law, they were scared. They were like, oh, if I get caught, I'm going to be sent back. So they knew the consequences. That's why even if you see the people when they were getting handcuffed, taken away, they're not resisting. They're not, because they know. They're like, dang, I got caught. Like they know what they did was wrong. So it's the other people. It's the other people that are doing the commotion because themselves, they know that they were breaking the law.
You mentioned Obama, and we should remind people, so the video is out there, the images are out there. We have the B-roll. We want to air it. Let's remind people about Obama was arresting illegal immigrants in the United States as well. Jesse?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was no pushback. You see how none of these leftists said anything about it, but now all of a sudden they're all over it because they're playing people's emotions. Like I said, they're manipulating them, and what's kind of even what's amazing to see is the entitlement. When you see some of these people, like we would not go to any other country in the world, go out there, be burning the American flag. What do you think? You could just break into a country illegally, just be in the streets burning their flag, looting, doing
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like you're basically protesting against being deported to a country you don't want to live in, but you're holding the Mexican flag.
That's what I'm saying. It makes no sense. You shouldn't even be mad at Trump. You should be mad at the Biden administration because it's because of the Biden mess. Trump's trying to clean up Biden's mess. It's just so quickly how people forget the videos of the open borders, of the caravans and all of that. Everybody was up and on. We were all okay. But see how quickly they forget about all the videos of all the thousands, millions of illegals that were pouring in. So Trump just has to cleaning up Biden's mess. He didn't do that his first term, but this time he has to clean up Biden's mess. But not only that, they're taking people's Social Security, taking taking people's identity and all that. So it's more to it than just that. But it's just the entitlement from these people. It's ridiculous. Like I said, they know that they were breaking the law when they came.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like we see the mainstream media and, they try to tug at the heartstrings and they're like, these are hardworking people who just want to work. We get that. But if you broke the law, we understand 100%. You want to work. You want to, by the way, send the money back to your family, which is in another country. We get it. But at the same time, you came here illegally, so you technically broke the law. But the sound
Okay.
bites from the mainstream media is constant, like all these hardworking people. We understand that. We get that.
Yeah. It's like if I stole your car, but I said, "Oh, I stole your car, but I needed it to go to work," or "I'm a good person, but I stole your car." You're gonna be like, "So you stole you broke the law." It
Hmm.
doesn't matter that you're a good person or you were trying to use it to go to work or you have a family. You broke the law. That's why. So whatever you say after that, it's irrelevant. Like I
Hmm.
said, and if you watch all the people of the illegals when they're getting them, they're not even saying nothing because they know that they broke the law. They're like, "Dang, I got caught." Just like any criminal, when a
Hmm.
criminal gets arrested, when they
That
do a
makes
crime,
sense.
they're
You're
just
like,
like, "Yeah, I know I got caught."
I got
That's how
caught.
they
I was
are.
in a
It's the
sanctuary
leftists.
city, and I was hoping
Yeah.
that, I could stay here, and
Mhm.
hopefully the
Mhm.
administration would let me stay, but you got caught. What do you say to the critics who claim that Latinos who support Trump are betraying their community? Like, you're a traitor.
I'm American. That's why I
Right.
don't know what they talk about. I'm a Chicano. I'm America. Yeah, I'm Mexican and I love my heritage and all that, but I'm an American first and I love America and I'm a law abiding citizen. Plus, I'm a Christian. And the Bible says that we're supposed to obey the laws of the land. That's why those ones that are trying to say, love thy neighbor or whatever this. And I'm like, that's meaning as an individual person, like you should be loving this. And not, it's never meaning to for the government to be doing all that, whatever. It's mean you as a person. The Bible says that we're supposed to obey the laws of the land. So my allegiance is to America, and they're just being played. I'm telling my people just to quit being played by these Marxists, leftists, the American hating. They're the one. They're playing your feelings. So stop falling for it. Like I said, everybody. If my family gets a member arrested right now, I'm sad. But if he broke the law, I'm like, okay, well, he broke the law, so my family's going to.
Right.
Same way, they broke the law. So even though they're good people, probably have a good job, whatever the case may be, but they broke the law, so they're getting deported. Like,
Right.
oh, that's what is
That's
what
the
it
law.
is.
What message do you want to send to
The
other
law.
Latino Americans watching all of this unfold, including a reminder that under Obama, they were sent back?
Exactly, you guys are being manipulated. Yeah, it's like I said, why they should be trying to
Here are
help
the
the ones
images,
that are.
Jesse, by the way, the
Oh yeah.
images.
Exactly. When I look at that, where was the outrage among that? You see how there was no outrage among Obama when Democrats, but now all of a sudden, like I said, you guys are being manipulated by the same Marxists, the same ones that have been open borders, the ones that are saying stolen land and Viva Raza and all this kind of stuff. And they're not after you because they're not after you because you're Mexican. This is not about race. It's because they broke the law. They came here illegally. They're getting deported and it's people from all races. It isn't a vendetta against Mexicans and all that. People of all races are getting deported. It's not just Mexican, but that's what they're showing and that's what they're doing. And like I said, these leftist activist groups, and they even have these leftist Latino influencers and rappers and stuff going out there, and they're instigating it like, yeah, it's a thing against Russia. And then they got these little kids out there that don't know no better. And then Antifa's out there, the same usual suspects, the ones that are out there for Palestinians, all these leftists, all of them are out there. You see buses coming from trains and all that, people coming from other cities, all going over there, all these
Hmm.
leftists, all these anti-Trumpers, they're just going in there, joining in, having fun. And then, like I said, there's summer vacation. These kids ain't got no school, so they're just out there, don't know how to act. It's just very sad. I'm just sad as a Mexican American. I'm just sad to see my people being
And as an
manipulated by
Angelino,
these leftists. They're being opportunists.
right.
They're taking advantage of the situation and they're manipulating, pulling on the heartstrings. And it doesn't matter what do they want the people to get give a present. Hey, we're deporting you today, or hey guys, is it all right if we deport you today? It doesn't matter
It
how they
doesn't
get
work
you
that
or
way.
what. They're gonna get you when they get you. You know that, the same as criminals.
Right. Jesse, thank you so much. This is why your voice is so important, because as I watch the mainstream media, I'm constantly looking, and your voice is never getting platformed. So this is why we platform you here on One American News and continue to do the work that you're doing in the community as well on social media. And really appreciate you. Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you.
Amen.